foreign students, programs in Russian and programs in English, because you know, I'm from Moscow and my own native university is the Moscow State University Lomonosov, but I know, being in this profession almost all my life, I know that there are a lot of magnificent universities in our region, and the city of Volgograd has a very high level of education, very high level of universities, and we are very happy today to pass the floor to one of our most nice and ancient and famous cities, and one of its famous universities. Anna Vadimovna, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for your nice words. I'm very glad that you value our city, because it's really one of the most interesting cities. And besides Moscow and St. Petersburg, which are majorly cosmopolitan cities, Russia's Volgograd is very interesting for its authentic culture. May I say, if you want
the heart of Russia, the region of Volga.
Kind of, yeah. At least kind of the south of Russia. The heart of the south of Russia, it is. The Volga, yeah, it's in the heart of our culture.
Legendary Volga, really.
Actually, you can almost see the Volga from the windows of our university. So
you're lucky.
Here, you can see it with your own eyes. And if we may start with a small video about the city and the university, and then I will proceed to show the presentation and speak about the programs here.
Yes, we are ready to turn it on. Just a second.
Welcome to Volgograd, the administrative center of Volgograd Oblast and an important industrial city of the south of Russia. The population of Volgograd is about 1 million people. Volgograd is situated on the western bank of the Volga River and stretches along the river from north to south for almost 90 kilometers. The Volga is the longest river in Europe. Volgograd is a hero city. It has the status of hero city because of the Battle of Stalingrad that took place here during the Second World War. Volgograd is one of the most rapidly developing tourist centers in the south of Russia, with long-established traditions of historic tourism. Its memorial ensemble of the Mamayev Hill and the museum Panorama, the Battle of Stalingrad, are among the world-known symbols of the Second World War. There are attractions in Volgograd not associated with the feats of arms of Stalingrad people as well. The planetarium, the railway for children, the central embankment of the city, more than 20 museums, 8 theaters. Volgograd joined the list of Russian cities that are to host the Games of Football World Cup in the 2018. Volgograd Arena Stadium is situated on the Volga River shore, not far from Mamayev Hill. The stadium can seat up to 45,000 spectators. Volgograd is a multinational and tolerant city. The representatives of more than 120 nationalities and confessions live here in peace and harmony. The city is developing dynamically and is aimed at future. Almost a third of the city's population is made up by young people aged from 14 to 30. Volgograd is one of the largest educational centers in Russia. In the center of the city is located Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University was founded in 1931. Today, it is one of the largest teacher training universities in the Russian Federation. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University is a leading center of education, science, culture and art in the south of Russia. It is the only pedagogical university in the region. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University, it is 7,000 students, 200 international students from about 20 countries, 6 institutes, 5 faculties, 129 educational programs. We train students in academic programs and teacher training programs. The university offers programs at different levels for both full-time and part-time students, undergraduate and graduate programs, applied mathematics and computer science, landscape architecture, economics, human resources management, pedagogical education, psychological and pedagogical education, special speech pathology education, linguistics, design, graphics, painting and fine arts, psychology, postgraduate programs, education and pedagogical sciences, language and literature, historical sciences and archaeology, additional education, more than 60 long-term and short-term programs of retraining and professional development. The university campus has buildings for educational and social purposes, including 4 academic buildings, 3 dormitories, library, 8 sport halls, stadium, tennis court, swimming pool, sports camp, zoological museum, botanical garden. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University has well-established scientific and academic cooperation with universities and colleges in Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Kazakhstan, People's Republic of China, Serbia, the Czech Republic, Spain, Slovakia, Uzbekistan, Ukraine, etc. International cooperation includes partner degree programs, faculty and student academic mobility, academic exchanges, international conferences and seminars, internships, research and publications, as well as video conferencing and distance studies. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University has a 50 years history of teaching international students from different countries. More than 7,000 international students have received their bachelor's and master's diplomas. 20 international citizens have become doctors of philology or pedagogy. The international students are an essential part of the university life, participating in international conferences and seminars, carrying out research works and sharing their native culture with the Russian students and teachers. Talented and goal-oriented as they are, international students become participants and winners of all Russia and regional linguistic competitions, of the art exhibitions and international music festivals and concerts. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University offers a student life that can be tailored to your own tastes. It's easy to immerse yourself in existing opportunities and experiences both at university and across the city. Sport at Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University is a great way of maintaining fitness and ensuring that you are living a healthy lifestyle. It can be an easier way to motivate yourself to get fit. There are a lot of activities in our university. We are happy to welcome you to the international community of our university. Why Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University? We can teach. We are 8 years old, 8 years of experience, respect for traditions and tendency to innovation. Entering Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University is a great way to extend your knowledge in the subjects you enjoy, or even to try something new. 92% of our graduates go straight into jobs or further studies. University is more than just an education. University life offers a unique opportunity to get to know a diverse range of people and cultures, develop independence and confidence, and try new activities. Our students are very important for us. We will help you at all stages since you apply up to your arrival, and you will be supported all the time while you are here. Volgograd is a unique region with its rich history, modern infrastructure and interesting tourist routes, convenient transport infrastructure. It is convenient to get to Krasnodar Krai, Moscow, Kalmykia, Siberia, Tatarstan, and St. Petersburg. Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University is the right choice if you are looking for a safe place to study abroad. Volgograd is a multicultural and multi-ethnic region with a historical tradition of respect, tolerance, and hospitality. In terms of foreign student numbers, Volgograd is on the first place among the cities in the south of Russia. We will give you an experience that will prepare you for a lifetime of achievement.
It was very interesting to watch the video. There were a lot of interesting information, but it was very brief. Now we would like to know the details. So please, Anna Vadimovna, the floor is yours.
Well, the details. I'm afraid the presentation will have much of the same. Sorry. Can I show the presentation?
Yes, yes, you're welcome.
Okay. Just a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Some of the information, I'm afraid, will be repeated, but maybe I will speak in more detail. So our university is called Volgograd State Social-Pedagogical University. It's a state institution. It's funded by the government, and it's called Socio-Pedagogical. It used to be Pedagogical University, but now it's Social-Pedagogical because it also specializes in social work and preparing specialists for social work, which is a very important part of our educational and research life here. So it was founded in 1931. It is one of the first schools for training teachers in different subjects. And since then, it has been transformed into institute, modified into institute, and then it was a university. And now it is one of Russia's top teacher training higher educational institutions with a student body of 7,000 a year, including international students from over 27 countries. From year to year, the number can change, but generally it is the same. Among the university's major in education and pedagogical sciences, VSPU is noted for the quality of education, as illustrated by some results in international assessment systems, such as the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, which is an international system for evaluating educational institutions. And it is valued for its quality of education, because all our graduates are very successful. Most of our graduates certainly are very successful, and they now work as educators and administrators in many universities, schools, and other institutions. So the university has 16 institutes and faculties. I will speak about them more in detail later, and students can choose from them. The major programs include pedagogy, psychology, social work, foreign languages, engineering, mathematics and computer sciences, and others. So it's actually not only pedagogical, but multidisciplinary university. We offer programs for all kinds of students, majoring in all kinds of fields. Research is an important part of the university, which is why there are 43 research centers and laboratories. We encourage our students to participate in research work, and many of them proceed to earn their PhDs in our university or in other universities. But that's what we encourage them to do. We have academic buildings, 4 academic buildings. You saw them in the video. This is the oldest building. It was built right after the World War II, and it's located in the very center of the city. This one is a building of the mathematical and physics and computer science department, and it's also a historical building which used to be a boys' school in the 19th century, so it's also historically interesting. If you look at the map here, you can see that we are right on the bank of the Volga. So 5 minutes walk, and you can and you can enjoy the sights and the embankment and the sights of the greatest river of Russia. So, as I have said, we have 7,000 students a year, around 7,000. This year, we offer 129 bachelor and master degree programs. The faculty, the teaching staff consists of over 500 professors and teaching assistants, 67 full professors, 300 associate professors. 80% of the staff have PhDs in different fields. Facilities and resources include computer classes, media complexes, language laboratories for language students, 3D printing laboratory, laboratory of educational robotic technology, and many others. Our university pays special attention to ensuring that students have the latest technology to facilitate their learning. The university offers short-term postgraduate courses also. That's after they get their degree, they can continue to learn, or we offer these courses for those people who want to specialize in some other field. So there are courses in economics, law, business management, foreign languages. As I said, social work is an important part of our life here. So we have educational centers for languages and cultures, dance studio, fine arts studio, center for talented youth, center for character development, which are very important for our Volgograd community. Also, student research is very important. We have research clubs, student research laboratories, problem groups, and over 80 conferences, forums, exhibitions, and competitions are held annually. So, Volgograd State Pedagogical, Social Pedagogical University is very active in this field. Now, sorry, I want to switch to another presentation if I can. Now I'd like to speak about the institutes which we have here. We have Institute of Additional Education. That's for people who already have degrees, bachelor degrees or master's degrees, and if they want to go through some skill enhancement program or maybe acquire some new career, they can go there. Institute of Foreign Languages, which offers programs in 10 different languages. Institute of Russian Language and Literature, Institute of Technology, Economics and Service, which offers programs in economics and service in fashion industry, hotel industry, and tourism. Institute of Art Education, which is very popular with our students because there they have fine arts department, music department, performing arts, dance, choreography, vocal and piano, and other instruments. So they are very successful, and many of them win international competitions and participate in different events. There are also, excuse me, faculties. They're called faculties of schools in Russian. It's Faculty of Natural Science Education, which includes chemistry, biology, geography, physical culture, and life safety, which is also very important. Faculty of Preschool and Primary Education, which is one of the very few of the kind in the south of Russia, at least. Students from all parts of the region come here to learn to be teachers of primary schools. Faculty of History and Law, sorry, law is here, it's misspelled, I'm sorry. Faculty of Mathematics, Informatics and Physics, Faculty of Psychological, Pedagogical and Social Education, Faculty of Social and Correctional Pedagogy. And we offer bachelor degree programs in Applied Mathematics and Computer Science, Landscape Architecture, economics, pedagogical education, psychological and pedagogical education, special defectological education, pedagogical education with 2 education profiles students can choose from, linguistics, design, graphics, art and fine arts. Master degree programs include economics, management, pedagogical education in various fields, which train teachers in all kinds of subjects, psychological and pedagogical education, and special defectological education, and postgraduate programs in mathematics and mechanics, engineering, physics and astronomy, earth science, biological sciences, psychological sciences, economics, education, pedagogical, languages and literature, historical sciences and archaeology, philosophy, ethics and religious studies, cultural studies. As you can see, there are a lot of programs to choose from. I would like to speak more about the Institute of International Education, which is quite new. Sorry, I have to switch again. Here. Our institute where I work is called the Institute of International Education. It was founded last year, actually. It used to be a faculty for foreign students, but now it's called the Institute because it comprises several structures such as pre-university department, preparatory department, the Department of Russian as a Foreign Language, the testing center for foreign students. So currently its student body includes students hailing from Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Cameroon, China, Cote d'Ivoire, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Indonesia, the Republic of the Congo, Senegal, South Korea, Syria, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Vietnam. And sometimes the number of countries change, but this year it's like this. I work at the Department of Russian as a Foreign Language. It has a 50-year-long history of education teachers of Russian as a foreign language who are now successfully working in various parts of the world. The faculty consists of highly competent specialists with a vast experience of working with students from different countries. And the department offers bachelor and master degree academic programs for foreign students in pedagogical education and linguistics. The difference is that if you choose pedagogical education, you choose the program which comprises not only language courses, but also courses in pedagogy, in methods of teaching, in psychology, class management, and all kinds of subjects which will help to teach. Linguistics programs are concerned more with language and culture. Currently, we offer 2 programs which are called the methods of teaching foreign languages and culture, and the Russian language and translation theory. So we also train translators and interpreters. We also offer winter and summer language schools, small group and individual language courses for international students. We organize academic and research events for international students and language festivals and events for children and youth, which are very popular. Currently, we are involved in a so-called language marathon, which is called Russian I Can. It comprises 4 different events, and it's the final event is this week. And more than 500 participants from different countries, mainly from China and Uzbekistan, participated in it. We also have a pre-university training department for foreign citizens. It is important because only because our academic programs currently are only taught in Russian, and the international students who want to come have to learn Russian to study together with Russian students. So far, we haven't had so many students who want to study in English, so we couldn't form a special group for them. So our international students study together with Russian students, and to do that, they have to master the language. So we offer a year-long program in Russian, which usually proves sufficient for the preparation. And we also prepare them for academic programs in Russian universities in various fields, such as science, engineering, technology, arts, economics, medicine, and biology. So besides language classes, they usually attend other classes which prepare them for using Russian for their specific fields. We also have a center for testing foreign citizens, which is one of the few again in Volgograd. It conducts TORFL, the state test in Russian as a foreign language, as well as the complex examination in Russian language, history, and law for those who want to apply for citizenship. The certificates issued by the center include all levels of Russian as a foreign language, and the ones required for obtaining the Russian Federation citizenship, residence permit, permanent residency, and the patent for migrant laborers. Here are the contacts. Well, but actually the contacts can be found on our site, website. And I'd like to say that our university is currently involved in developing distance learning techniques. We already have quite a comfortable, I would say, learning platform, electronic educational platform. I would like to show it just a moment. Sorry. If you visit our website, which is VSPU.ru, This is our website. We have timetables here. We have information for applicants for the year 2021. And we have special resources for students. Here is our own platform, educational platform, which is called EDU, VSPU. And it offers an opportunity to make your distance learning comfortable. It's called Social Educational Network of our university. It has a lot of sites for designing courses. It has sites for designing tests and for interaction between students and teachers. They can get the feedback from students. They can conduct classes online, and it was developed by our own mathematics and computer science department, which we are very proud of. So basically, that's what I wanted to say. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yes, thank you very much, Anna Vadimovna. I would like to remind everyone who is participating in this conference right now that you can turn on your webcams, your microphones. If you have any questions, you can ask them. Or if you are shy, maybe, or there are some other reasons, you can write your questions in the chat below. and we will answer to them. I've got a couple of questions as well, but first of all, I know that today together with us is Maud Duquesnoy, who have been to Volgograd already. Maud, are you here? Will you say a couple of words about Volgograd? It will be nice to hear. What do you think about the city?
Yes, so I went to Volgograd 4 months for my Erasmus. And so, well, I like the city, even if the center is very far away from university. So that's the only thing that was not very well.
That's State University, right?
Yes, and so that's why, yes, it was a little bit difficult because I had many classes, but in the afternoon, and so it was difficult for me to go to the center in the morning and then to follow my courses. But it was very nice, and teachers were very very helpful, and yeah, it was a great experience for me.
What do you think about the city? Did you enjoy the city? Is it as beautiful as we have seen it in the film, in the video?
Yes, I like the city, but everything, as I said, everything is really far away. For example, Mamayev Kurgan, it's really far from everything. And so, yeah, for us, it's really, well, I mean, here in Belgium, it's really small, so you've got everything at the same places. And in Russia, it's not the same. So that's a little bit difficult for European people when they first go to Russia, I think. But that's for, yeah, nearly every city. And then also, Aleogeroyev, it's really beautiful. And yes, we also took the the ship to go on the Volga, and yes, it's really nice to make tourism. And also there are now many museums in Volgograd because they've got more tourists, and it's really interesting about the history of Volgograd.
Is it easy to navigate in Volgograd for a foreign student? Is it easy, well, to find yourself in Volgograd? So is it tourist friendly? Is it friendly for foreigners?
Yes, I think it's really nice for foreigners, and it's not so difficult to take the bus and then to go to the center. And yes, there are many things to help foreigners.
Would you recommend your fellow students to go to Volgograd?
Well, I recommend to go to see Mamayev Kurgan and also there were, I forgot the name, but the museum about the war in Stalingrad.
The panorama of the Stalingrad battle.
Yeah. Yes, of course, this one. It was, I think, the most interesting museum I've ever visited in my life. So that's what I recommend.
Okay, thank you very much, Maud.
You're welcome.
So, if anyone has any question, you are welcome to ask us. We will answer. And while we are waiting for your questions, I've got a couple of my own. So, Anna Vadimovna, first of all, I guess that's what's very important, and what this is what many people are thinking about right now. So, how do you educate your students now in the times of the coronavirus? So, how is this work being made now?
Well, of course, we have video conferences through Zoom, like we are doing right now. I've just finished class I taught to my Chinese students in China, and we have classes through Zoom. Well, some students come here in person 2 days a week. We try not to make it too often, but if they can, if they are here in Volgograd, they come 2 days a week and study here, and 3 days we study through Zoom. For those who went home for their holidays and couldn't return, we have Zoom classes in every subject. And we also have, as I said, this educational platform where we can put video materials and text materials, and they can access them at any time, which is convenient for them, and we get the feedback. We also have electronic library, which they can use. So I hope that they do not suffer much from this situation, that the education doesn't suffer much. So.
And the exams, are they online as well?
Yeah, the exams are online and we record them so we can assess them more carefully, because we understand that it's a trying situation for our students and it's a trying situation for our staff too, because we have to adapt to new conditions, and so we make allowances for that. We understand that not everybody is comfortable with the camera, and also there is room for cheating, as you know.
Yes, that's what
of course, we understand that too, and we try to act accordingly to modify our materials and our exam materials so that we can assess the students' knowledge adequately.
Okay, you've told that you dedicate much time to the research work. Can you tell a little bit more about it? So what kind of research work is that?
Well, research work is included in the curriculum, of course. We have year papers in several subjects, at least 2 papers. In our department, we have research papers in linguistics, in the Russian language, and in methodology of teaching, methods of teaching. And they write a diploma work, which is quite big, about 40 or 50 pages, and at least 50% of it has to be new research, not borrowed from some sources. And our students are encouraged to write articles, research articles, and participate in different conferences. We hold at least 2 conferences annually, one for all students, Russian students and international students, they can participate, and one for the students of our institute, only for international students. And we invite all students from other universities to participate too. And if they wish, they can publish their research in the special electronic journal, research journal, which is placed in our site, and it's called Strish. It's specifically for student research. And of course, they can go on learning and go in for their PhD degrees here with the same.
Great to hear. Thank you very much. We have a question in our chat. Dear Anna Vadimovna, thank you so much for the presentation. May I ask if you see that international students have a different focus on the future perspectives in pedagogical career? Do education systems worldwide complement each other in one class, or do you see differences? Wow, it's kind of complicated question in my view.
It is kind of complicated because, of course, educational systems are very different in different cultures. We have a lot of students from China, and we understand that not all our practices can be applied there, but we try to concentrate on more universal features and to prepare them more in the subject matter so that they can adapt to different conditions and to different systems. And many of our graduates have been very successful in their pedagogical career. I can say that our graduates are deans and heads of institutes. At least I know of some in China, because China has been our partner for the last 20 years, very active partner. We have joint programs with them. We even have double diplomas program, which means that students study for 2 years in China and then they come to Russia and study here, and they get 2 diplomas from their own home university and from our university. And we try to adapt and we try to adapt to the international system too. The credit system, we can use the credits from our other universities here, and if some student wants to come here and study for a shorter term, they can bring some certificate from other educational institutions, and if the credits are adequate, we can put them in our system and shorten the term of the tuition here.
And it's possible for European students too, right?
Of course, it's possible for everybody.
Okay, so it's very important information. Where can our students, European students, learn more? On your website. So what's the procedure? How are they to apply for this?
Yes, they can go to our website. It's imo@vspu.ru. So it's international. That's our. I will write here. So IMO. We always answer to all questions. And MO @vspu.ru. MO is the international office, which is responsible for visas and invitations and all that kind of documents necessary to apply. If you write to one of these addresses, we will answer quickly. We will try to give the full information.
Okay, that's very good. I guess. Well, I guess it's kind of interesting to have the possibility to learn at one university and then just to go to your university as well and have the education in Volgograd too. And can you tell us a little bit more about short terms? Programs like summer school, how is it organized? And will this program be held the next summer 2021?
Yeah, of course it will. We don't know the dates yet. We are not sure, but we will put the information on our website. We also are planning to hold winter schools, winter language schools. They are concerned, they are more about not only Russian language, but also the Russian culture. So we have two winter schools planned this winter for B1 level, that is kind of pre-intermediate or intermediate level, and for A1 or 2-1, that's elementary or basic level students. The classes are kind of classes, we call them classes, but we try to make them kind of educational and entertaining. And they are 2 hours a day. They will be held through Zoom again. And we are now planning summing up the curriculum to put it on the website. So the information will be available like next week, I hope.
Okay, so when will be the time to subscribe, to register? So end of the month?
Yeah, the end of the month is okay. The winter school will start on the 11th of January, because from the 1st of January to the 10th, there will be days off. They won't be working. The whole of Russia will be shut down for holidays. So we will start on the 11th of January and continue to the 25th, I think, or 25th probably.
Okay, and concerning the summer school, when will the registration for the summer school start? And do you have, do you know now how it will be held? Will it be online as well?
Well, we hope that we will be able to conduct it offline, but I don't think the situation will change radically so quickly. So probably our students won't be able to travel. If they can, we are ready to greet them here and to show them the city and the sites. but we are planning to hold it online anyway.
Okay, well, well, in some sense, it is, well, it's worse than just offline education, but on the other hand, it's easier.
On the other hand, it gives it has its own advantages. We can show films, we can show some videos, we can use some sites which are designed for interactive exercises. We try to use all the technology that is available now.
Yeah, and it's easier to connect from the whole world and during this summer school. We don't have to travel to acquire visas and so on.
Yeah, that's one advantage.
Yes. So when a student wants to study at your university, he has to speak Russian on an adequate level. How are students to prove their knowledge of Russian language?
Well, if they come here for the pre-university preparatory course, of course our teachers evaluate the language proficiency. If they don't, they have to pass the exams, the entrance exams, and one of the exams is in subject matter, one of the exams is in subject matter for the field in which they apply, and the other is in the proficiency of Russian. So we have tests, and we can assess their ability to study here.
Okay. And how do you work with foreign students? Do you go easier on them than on Russian students because they're foreigners? They don't speak Russian as a native language, so it's a little bit harder for them to study. Or do you work with them as with the Russian students?
Of course, we go easier. Of course, we try to make them comfortable here and to welcome them here because we understand that being in a different culture and a different language environment is quite stressful because even me, I've been out of practice speaking English for quite a time and I feel not very comfortable. And I understand that if a person comes to a different country and tries to get a higher education, not just any higher education, it's very difficult. Of course, we try to adapt the material as much as we can, and we try to help them. We have a system of the practice of so-called tutors who help their own group. They help them with accommodation if they need. They help them with medical care. They help with some everyday problems. So our students are always welcome here, and yeah, I think some of them even say that we are their second family because we try to be.
Okay, and one more important thing. So is it easy to find the job of your dream after studying at your university? So where do your past students work? And is it hard for them to recognize their diplomas abroad?
It depends on the dream. If they dream of becoming a teacher, then it's not difficult because our diplomas are validated, and no, they are recognized abroad. Of course, our diplomas are recognized abroad. There is a procedure. Our students go to the embassy in Moscow, and they have the diplomas verified. And we also provide a special document, which is called, I think, EDP. So it's kind of application in English. It's issued here, and it gives the name of the subject and the credits for it. So it's generally received in all, I know, in European countries and in some institutions in America too. So there is no problem with verifying the education they get here.
Okay, well, I guess we didn't speak about one last important thing. So is it expensive to study at Volgograd, and maybe you have some scholarship programs which make it less expensive, even less expensive.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, we don't have a scholarship for international students like the Higher School of Economics in Moscow. They're a much bigger institution. We don't, but the good thing is that we are a big city, but still we are a provincial city, and the education here is not so expensive as it is in Moscow and St. Petersburg. I can even say that a year of studies, I specifically asked our international department to give me that information. It's about $1,600 or $1,800 a year, depending on the program. And generally, the life here is cheaper because it's not Moscow, it's not so cosmopolitan. It's but if you want to experience an authentic Russian lifestyle, probably it's the place to come here. It's not very expensive, I hope.
Yes, I guess that's $1,800. It's not that expensive for a good quality of education.
Yeah.
Well, I think that in Europe it's much more expensive.
Of course.
So, thank you very much. Well, if we don't have any more questions, well, thank you very much because you answered all of my questions.
I tried to.
Yes. You succeeded in this. It's a total success. So thank you very much. I thank all of the participants who came here today. I guess. Well, I hope that it was interesting because it was very interesting for me. I thank Anna Vadimovna Pravdikova, who works at the Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University. She is an associate professor of the Russian as a foreign language department. I just would like to remind you that we were talking about Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University, which is a good place to come if you would like to study Russian, and not only Russian. I would like to remind you that this conference was a part of our program Russian Education Explained. In this program, we're telling you about best Russian universities where you can study. We will continue this work in the new year. Stay tuned. Watch the announcements on our website because there we will always keep you up to date. Okay, we have another question. Great. Anna Vadimovna, thank you for the presentation. I have a question. Is it easy to find accommodation near your university and in Russia in general as a foreign student? It is an interesting question.
Of course it is. We have 3 dormitories on our campus and they are not very far from the university. And as the student here said, that the Mamayev Hill, the major attraction site in Volgograd, is too far from, but she went to Volgograd State University, which is not in the center. We are right in the center of the city, so we are 10 minutes by bus to Mamayev Hill, and we are 5 minutes walk from the famous museum of the panorama of the Stalingrad battle. And our dormitory, which is for international students, is located right opposite the Mamayev Hill on the bank of the Volga. So it's not far from the university and it's quite cheap. You can share a room, which is cheaper, or can you apply for a single room. And if you want to rent a flat, I think it's also possible, but it will be more expensive. I cannot speak for the whole of Russia, but in Volgograd, we always help our students to find accommodation. And first of all, we offer our dormitory accommodation, of course.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, it's it's a little bit difficult to talk about all Russian cities, but I guess that most Russian universities, they have dormitories, and of course all of the universities which are presented at our program, Russian Education Explained. They have programs for foreign students, and they have dormitories. Of course, Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University has dormitories, as you have already heard. So, some more questions? We're waiting just a couple of seconds before we finish this wonderful meeting. No more questions. Okay, thank you very much, Anna Vadimovna. Again, thank you very much for your time, for this presentation, for answering our questions. Thank you all of the participants, and I hope that all of you someday will visit Volgograd, because it's definitely worth it. Thank you very much, and see you at our center, at our virtual platform. And I hope that maybe next year, this coronavirus ends, and we will be able to greet you offline at our center in Brussels. So have a nice day, and thank you very much.